So it seems like today we have a special guest. Time to go for shopping. So today, since I don't have so much time for cooking, because I need to record this video and like edit the video and everything, and I need to go shopping. I'm gonna just buy something quick and I'm gonna eat that and later talk about what it's really important on this video to talk about. Still not super cold, and I'm with like t-shirt. So you know it's September and the weather is not like June or July, but still it's quite okay. Where's the pesto? Because I'm gonna do some pesto really quick. So it seems you only get the discount if you buy more than 500 Swedish crowns. With that discount the pasta that I took, but yeah, I did not get the discount, but it's fine. Yes. So in today's video, activated the microphone. So as I was saying on today's video, taking advantage a little bit of this really good sun that we have here today in Stockholm, I'm going to be talking about important learnings that I got and that I learned from previous relationships that I had with girls and with women in general. So let's get started. The first one is don't forget anything. Maybe it was like forgetting some stuff that it was not super important to me and for myself and for my daily day and for like business that I'm working on, or the job itself, the 9 to 5 or the gym, you know, like stuff that it's not really important in order to, I don't know, like for the relationship to be good and to be healthy, and therefore I was not really thinking about that. But maybe for her, for the girl, it was something really important. For example, buying stuff or like a present for someone, you know, that maybe for you were not like really good friends with that person, but she was with that person, and then therefore, I mean, she was like thinking, okay, I should buy some present for that friend of mine or that family member of mine. Maybe in my case, you know, I was not really thinking about that because it was not important to me. Like, it was not like someone that I really knew or like a family member that we had shared common, you know, and maybe it was not happening in that moment and maybe in some months. So in that situation, that was not really important for my daily life, you know. Maybe it was something that it was going to happen in the weekend or like in 2 months. So therefore, I was not giving huge importance to that. But maybe the girl, she's really like thinking about that, and like which kind of clothes to buy or like which kind of present to give for a friend because she's maybe going to a birthday party, you know. So stuff like this, it's important also to realize and to emphasize with the other person, with your partner, with your girl, so that you also understand her needs and her feelings, and then you're like, okay, I got you, I got this, you know, no worry. And if we need to buy something, a present, like at the last day, don't worry, if we will buy it, then we will figure out. And then the second, and probably this is the most important from the video, is always in lead. Like, it doesn't matter if it's Monday or if it's Tuesday, if it's Friday, it doesn't matter if it's the first month that you're seeing that person or if you've been with the girl or with the woman or someone for like 3-4 years. Lead the way, make sure that everything is working on correctly, you know, like that you got this, to make her not worry about something that involves both of us, you know, like putting you the effort to like, hey, don't worry, we're gonna be all right, we're gonna be good, you know, transmitting that feeling of trust and leadership, and that you're she with you, it's gonna be all right, and that she doesn't want to leave you, you know, like she doesn't want to walk away from you because you're like her best option. And obviously this is something important. If you're taking the decision to be with her, like not respecting that decision, like it's your fault, but at the same time she might not respect that decision, and then that's obviously when you need to separate and to turn apart and each person go its way. But obviously that's something that we all want to avoid at the end of the day, even me. And also a good way to leading the relationship is deciding important stuff, you know, like example, like a really important trip that you're gonna be doing, or like maybe that you want to move to somewhere else, you know, those decisions, it's much better. But if you want to lead the relationship, if you don't want to lead, it's fine. But if you want to lead the relationship and make it work for the longest period of time, important decisions need to be taken by you. It's like if you have a company, you know, important decisions are made by someone that is like on the hierarchy of managers, for example, the ones that are in top, you know, in order to make more money, have a higher revenue or high profits on the work, and then therefore things that make the ship, for example, in case we see the ship that goes to an island, you know, the captain is not the one making the ship work, is the one leading the ship, but the people that put the energy and like that manage the ship, that are down on the bottom and that make it that the ship doesn't sink and that it rotates, the one that decides and leads the way in order such that the ship goes to the destination is the captain. And same thing, exactly same thing happens with companies and with businesses and with relationships with other people. Quite important, this, in my opinion. The third one is saying a lot but not doing anything. And this is kind of like, it can like play, it can go like, you can maybe say a lot of things and okay, wow, one day we're gonna go to the Maldives, or we're gonna go, we're gonna take a super incredible trip, you know, and like by saying it, I mean, at the same time, it's also important that you tell the person that okay, we're gonna do it, but you're creating expectations that you need to be sure that will happen, that obviously that it will not happen like around in 10 years, you know, like it will happen maybe like 2, 3, 5, 7 years, you know, so like in a shorter period of time, and not when you're like dying or you're like 70 or 80, like really real things that can happen and are expected, you know, and at the same time that you pay things but you make them, you know, at some point. And obviously this is important to not misunderstand with the thing that okay, you can be thinking about, I don't know, moving to a bigger place, or like buying an apartment, or like going to your dream holiday, and that is not happening yet because of the fact that you want to save money for then buying an apartment, or maybe you want that trip to the Maldives to be super crazy and like super big, you know, but you do it now, maybe it's gonna be like just a normal trip, or like with not so many luxuries and stuff like that. And obviously at some point you want maybe to spend or wait a little bit of time to then make a bigger and better trip that person. but at the same time for the girl it can create frustration in a short period, and that's definitely not something good. And some people or some girls or some men or whatever, they might think that as something bad, and then leave you because of the fact that you are not doing what you're saying, or maybe you're not doing it in that moment, and maybe you're taking a bit more of time, to be sure, to be skeptical with the other person, and then therefore that obviously that she's not gonna leave you, or she's gonna replace by someone else, so it's good to be skeptical. And maybe you say things like, yeah, we're gonna go to the Maldives, but I'm not gonna pay you the trip to the Maldives, or I'm not gonna pay you like I don't know, 300 euros dinner, because I need to be sure you deserve it, for example. And obviously we're talking more like a 50-50 relationship. Also important to see that maybe if your lifestyle or the lifestyle of the girl is not the same as yours, maybe it's not a good chance, and you're not gonna be good with her, because maybe she doesn't want you to pay her stuff, and you want to pay her stuff because you want that you both have the same type of lifestyle, So if you go to dinners of like 300 euros and she prefers to go to dinners of 50 euros, then you can help her out, but maybe she doesn't want to be helped. So then in that case, just better be single, or make her basically be single, or find someone that is similar to your lifestyle, has a similar lifestyle as yours. Then the fourth is not YouTube, no appearance. And this is something that it has happened to me, not once only, but yeah, it can happen. Obviously there's some people that they don't like to be on front of a camera, and appear on the internet, maybe just like on Instagram, like a private Instagram. But in these situations, she doesn't want to appear on your YouTube channel, like not even the background, like sometimes doing some shit, or like really simple thing. Maybe she doesn't want that, obviously, and if she's not making the effort, then maybe you don't want to like quit YouTube and do something else because you're really passionate about the work you're doing. Then obviously it doesn't make so much sense that you're with that person. And if she doesn't want to make the effort to appear on the YouTube channel, or make a YouTube channel together, or like create content together, so basically it's not the best fit. And maybe even she laughs at some point about your content, or she's just like doesn't see you as an equal, because it's like maybe she feels like a fan of yours. If you want her to appear maybe someday in your YouTube channel, and record stuff, vlogs together, whatever shit you want to do with her, she's not willing to do it because obviously some people don't like that, or maybe they are not ready for that. Maybe they feel or think that they are not made for that. It's not the same type of lifestyle, and it's better to find someone else. Obviously, I'm not saying like a player or whole face kind of thing. It's like finding someone that is compatible with you, finding two people, mixing or putting together two people that are really compatible with each other, and therefore then they're gonna have a fulfilling relationship for the upcoming years, and even with in case you're looking for a life partner. And the 5 is small details, and this is something that it kind of shocked me a little bit, because dating in Sweden is really like liberal, like really Western oriented, and like really 50-50. The woman has a lot of power and the woman decides her stuff. I enjoy also the girl and women taking actions and being CEOs of companies, and like it's a really nice thing, obviously. At the same time, and I truly believe the whole world and all the companies and different countries, this type of feeling from society should be more like that, like other countries such as like Russia, or like or Ukraine, like the Baltics, like more like Eastern focus. It's really traditional, and we're like in 2024, and this is changing a lot, and we should kind of like, but at the same time there's so many statistics that say that in some years there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be single and not having a fulfilling relationship, and like marriage is going to sometimes even disappear, or like partnership with other people, and I truly think it's good to share life with people, like even if it's a friend, or even if it's a partner, like your wife, your partner, or whatever. It's good to share life with people, and that's also the reason why I make this type of content on YouTube, for other people to see what I do and to help out other people, and when we're in different areas of the life, especially on dating. And that's why I do it, and that's why I enjoy doing these videos. But as I said, it's good to have small details, the girl with the woman, because like for example giving flowers or giving presents, even if you're really busy, like I'm really busy with this YouTube channel, with my 9 to 5, with trying different businesses like Nordic Sleep, for example. So even that you're busy, you need to find time for the other person, and you need to find time for small details that also matter, you know, like hours or like planning trips or planning stuff to do, you know. That's also why whenever I'm dating someone or when I'm with someone, it's important to at least once a week have a date, like have a dinner or like a lunch with that person, where, you know, when you're not working, you're not recording with the camera, you're not working on a business or like doing e-com or like working, you know, like 9 to 5 or time just for you, without phones, just focusing on each other, on enjoying that time together, on making it romantic, on making it fun. And that would be, for example, I don't know, from 6 to 2 a.m. in a Saturday or on a Friday, you know, making time, some specific time every week for that special person. And then the last one is expecting the girl to do everything at home. And this is something that it can be shocking, especially if you come from a more traditional household or more traditional sort of family, you know, where the woman or your mom was always the one cooking and doing the house tasks, you know, like cleaning, cooking, all this stuff. So times have changed, especially in the Western and even more here in Sweden or like the Nordic countries, where if you need to cook every day, that's totally fine, you know, but at the same time it's important to communicate, you know, and if something is not working, just like separate tasks, you know. And if you don't have the time to cook, don't allow your partner to do it, just like get a cook, or if you have the money, obviously, or get a whatever, like, or prep meals. Obviously I'm not getting a cook, obviously I have it at work, my 9 to 5, but it's good to, for example, take prep meals or hire or take someone that cleans your home once a week, you know. That's not, maybe can be expensive, you know, but in case you don't have time to do that because you're doing something else that it's more expensive, you know, like, but for hour you're paid more than just cleaning, don't take someone to clean, you know. Don't allow your partner to do that. Just talk with her like, hey, you don't need to clean anymore, you know, you don't need to this, that. If you don't want to do it, it's fine, we're gonna take someone that does it for us. And obviously if she doesn't want to do it, you will need to do it, and you do it, you know. But if you don't want to do it, you just take someone to do it for you. And when it comes to food, when it comes to cleaning, or when it comes to, you know, repairing stuff, if you don't have the time for doing that, just don't, but take someone that it does it. But don't put it to your partner, because maybe she gets angry and maybe she has also other stuff to do. And obviously this is something that can cause a lot of friction in relationships and in partners and men, women, or whatever you identify with. It can break and it can fuck up so many relationships, so it's important to avoid it. And that's something that I learned, obviously, definitely in my past relationships. And obviously also important to get a dishwasher in case you don't have it. Just pay for it, and if you don't have the money, then just works. So make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, the other YouTube channel I have, because sometimes I post stuff related on how to monetize skills and how to make money online. So that will be useful at some point for you. For this video, hope you enjoyed it, and as always, remember to subscribe here to Family Talking. Give it a thumbs up in case you enjoyed the video, because it really helps out in growing this channel. And I'm here to see my last upload on the channel, which was probably in Uppsala last week or a couple of weeks ago. So yeah, as always, just remember to stay always privileged out.